Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm actually just getting back from the gym today, so excuse the tank top thing going on here, but I don't have much time between now and when my day kind of kicks off. And if you're listening on Spotify, welcome aboard. We have our Spotify podcast officially launched. I've got my editor just moving audio over there so you can listen while you're on your workouts or in the car or whatever. And we're trying to continue with the daily consistent uploads and content out into our community, because I've found that not only does it attract, better, more qualified, more excited clients, but also it seems to actually increase the ability for our clients, even inside of our private coaching, to get results. So I found, I'm just gonna keep doing this. So today, I wanted to talk about one of the secrets that I've learned as I've scaled my business. One of the things that not a lot of people understand when they're trying to scale a consulting, coaching, or agency business, something that not a lot of people consider. And excuse the messy bed back there. I didn't even have time to make my bed this morning. Just in a huge rush today. But that being said, I just wanted to talk about, a lot of people think about systems when they're thinking about scaling their business. They're thinking about, what's the next system? What's the next offer? What's the next thing that I put out that will kind of push us to that next level? And I actually want to dig more internally. I want to dig into you, and I want to dig into who you are and who you think you are, and who you claim to be on the surface of your marketing when you're interacting with your clients and these sorts of things. So why does this matter, and why am I bringing this up? Well, I was on a call with a new seven-figure systems client yesterday, and we were just digging into some of the problems that he's facing as he scales. He's doing about $15,000 a month. He was in one of our lower tier programs, our six-figure systems program. He got to $15,000 a month, and now he's coming to me and he's saying, hey Trey, I want to scale. So he joined seven-figure. And even beginners are welcome to join seven-figure. Honestly, I recommend it because it's just like cutting straight to the meat. But not a lot of people are ready for that level of investment. But that being said, he was telling me, he's like, hey man, so you tell me, here's where I'm at, here's what's going on, why can't I scale? I've been trying everything you've been showing me, why can't I scale? And I said, well, let's look at your offers. Let's look at, what you're putting out there. Let's look at who you're claiming to be on the front end. And what you'll begin to notice is that when you scale your business, you're dealing with more clients, which means more relationships, which means more influence, and it means more people to manage. And so one of your jobs as you scale your business it's a bit more spiritual, it's a bit more emotional, and it's to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, then you won't know upon what foundation you're scaling your business off of. Your clients won't know upon what foundation they're taking your advice, who they're really taking advice from, and what context to put that advice in. And not only that, but you'll kind of have different faces in your marketing. Sometimes you'll appear one way and other times you'll appear another way, and you won't begin to kind of build that momentum in one direction. Just like having one niche is important so you can build momentum, having one attitude and having one identity and having one concept of yourself is important for driving momentum. This is something nobody talks about. And I don't know why nobody talks about it. I think it's probably just because it's not very technical and it's not very marketable. I couldn't make a webinar off of this. I couldn't be how to scale, how to start an online business that makes you $10,000 a month by fixing your concept of yourself, fixing how you wear 6 different faces depending on the room you're in. And it's really hard for marketers to do this, right? Because we're people pleasers. We like to appeal to the room. And so you'll notice some marketers, they'll speak on one stage and they'll have one attitude, and they speak on another stage, they have another attitude. And this is an interesting concept. In Hebrew, which is the language of the Old Testament, the original language of the Old Testament in the Bible, the word for face is a constant plural. So there's no such thing as face. It's only faces. And then you look at the New Testament, Christ was what he needed to be to each man. So Christ was to man what man needed of him. And there's a verse out there that says something like that, where he was willing to adjust based on what was needed of him, but he never sacrificed his values. He never sacrificed what he stood for, what he was here to do, but he would change tonality. Tonality, attitude, you can change that, but never change your values. Never change your values depending on, what somebody needs from you at that moment, or, whether you just got hit with a big refund request or something like that. Because when you start to scale a business, you're going to notice that you're being asked to step into a bunch of different roles. And unless you step into those roles with the exact same value structure, and you know exactly what you stand for and what you're here to do, you're going to just build a big mess. And then all of a sudden, your sales team is going to expect you to act one way, whereas your clients are going to expect you to act another way. And then, your accountant's gonna, expect you to act a certain way. So then you're just wearing 3 faces every single day. So if you really want to scale your business, yes, it's systems, Yes, it's a scalable offer. Yes, it's better prospecting methods and all these things that we help you with inside of our programs. But this is why we still give hands-on, one-on-one attention to our clients, is because more often than not, it's something up here that's going on that's keeping them from scaling. And pretty often it's an issue in somebody's head, and it's more than likely this issue that's holding you back right now. It's you don't know who you are in relationship to your business. You don't know who you are in relationship to your clients. And if you aren't able to identify a clear-cut identity and concept of yourself, then you will be constantly putting on faces, putting on maybe a show, trying to come off a certain way to your clients, even people who have already paid you. You're still trying to impress them. And you know, there's time for that, right? You got to win people over, you got to bring them in, but it's not all the time. You have to adopt authenticity and be willing to tell your clients when you don't know the solution to their problem. Be willing to tell your community, hey, I failed you guys today. Be willing to tell your sales team, hey, I'm sorry I messed this up. Your marketing department, your operations department, all these departments in your business, you have to show up and say, look, I'm human. I learned a lesson the hard way. I'm going to work on this. You tell me how I can work on this. And you should be willing to go to your clients with that. You should be willing to go to your community with that. You should be willing to go to your sales team, your marketing team, whatever departments you have in your business. Or if you're just a one-man show, you have to be willing to look in the mirror and tell yourself that for now, because you are marketing, you are operations, you are delivery, and you are sales. If you're one person, you're doing all of it. So you have to have that relationship with yourself where you can say, I messed up, and I gotta fix this. So really, what's the core point behind what I'm saying here? Well, if you're gonna scale your business, that means more interactions with more people, it means more sales being made, it means more tasks on your plate, it means more, let me say it like this, your business is a living, breathing organism. It is, because it's made up of other people, and other people are living, breathing organisms. And there's no such thing as a business that doesn't deal with people. Every single business deals with people. And if you don't know your value structure, you're gonna be dealing with people in 60 different ways every single day, and that doesn't scale. It's just like having 5 different niches you serve. That doesn't scale, right? It does not scale to have a bunch of different niches. You need to have one niche and one good offer. It's the same way with your attitude, it's the same way with your mentality, it's the same way with how you show up in your business every day. If you are one day super on it, super on your game, great attitude, and you're making sales, and then the next day you're off of your rock and you can't seem to get out of bed, that's gonna be, I got really far with that sort of a mentality. I got to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in my business, honestly, like kind of being a little inconsistent about it. But now that I'm aiming for $1 million in profit this year, I don't have time to change my attitude. I don't have time to change the way that I, am. I've accepted that this is who I am. I'm Trey. I am a business owner. I am a leader. I am somebody with the potential to change people's lives. I am, an early riser. I'm somebody who hits the gym. I am somebody who spends time in silence. I'm somebody and I have these things. And I have my values, which is customers first, results driven focus. Even if our clients don't like what we're telling them, we have to tell them that. Otherwise, we're failing them. Results first in every way. Sales team, same thing. With my sales guy, I have to be like, look, dude, we got to change this. With myself, our products, if our products are broken, I have to fix it. Results focus. So I have these principles that I abide to. So it's really crucial that you don't start to scale your business and you don't spend $10,000 a day on ads or $1,000 a day on ads or even $100 a day on ads consistently, and you can figure this out along the way, right? Like you don't have to not take action while you figure out this esoteric concept of who you are. But as you scale, you're almost going to be forced to say, all right, this is who I am. And I'm not changing because if I change, it upsets the whole system. Because when you're running a business, all roads kind of lead back to your word, right? Not all tasks lead back to you, but the direction of the business leads back to your word, your attitude, your mentality, and your mindset. And if you have a different mindset every day or a different perspective every day, you're failing yourself, you're failing your team, and you're failing your clients. So my challenge to you today is, first of all, write out who you desire to be and write out who you are now. Just like 10 character traits. And measure that contrast and get to work. That is the best revenue generating activity that you can possibly engage in for your business. And same with your relationships, and same with your fitness, and same with your faith. In all areas, we have to recognize the gap that exists between who we are now and who we want to be, and constantly be pushing that forward. Otherwise, we're failing ourselves. We've been given one body, and it's a gift. I believe it's a gift from God. We've been given one life. We've been given a set of tools that we're supposed to be a steward of. And if you're not a steward, and if you waste these tools and waste these opportunities, you've effectively failed. Now, you're still loved. People will still care about you. You will still have a happy life, more than likely. But I'm not optimizing for happiness. I'm optimizing to use my life for good. And if you are of the same mentality, then you have to be recognizing the gap between who you are now and who you want to be. And being extremely consciously aware of that gap. So that summarizes today's episode. Hopefully this makes sense. When you scale your business, it means more interactions, more sales, more to-dos, more people relying on you, more systems that could crumble under your poor leadership or poor mentality. And so if you aren't consistent in who you are, you're screwed. Honestly, it will be impossible to scale. You know, when you're dealing with a business owner that does $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, $20 million a year, I know these people, they're friends of mine. One of my buddies is currently working on selling his company for $35, maybe $40 million cash, right? He's an incredible dude. He's here local. And I won't say his name because, you don't just throw out names of people that are selling their company for that much. But he's just a consistent dude. He's been the same guy for like 4 years. He's just like a super chill, kind of funny dude who just enjoys his work and enjoys the company he runs, and he's just genuine. And I don't know any business owners that aren't that way. And if they aren't genuine people and don't know who they are, they won't be in business for very long, because your team has to know who they're dealing with in order to optimize and build systems around you. They have to know who they're dealing with. And if they don't know who they're dealing with and you're different day to day, good freaking luck. It's impossible to run a business with that. Know who you are and commit to it. Write a mental contract with yourself. I am this person, and I refuse to change until I get $2 million a year. Or I refuse to change until I have the relationships that I want. Or I refuse to change until I have whatever outcome it is that you desire. You have to recognize the contrast between who you are now and who you want to be, and how that gap is keeping you from achieving the things that you desire in your life and in your business. And hopefully this has been a valuable video for you today. If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. You know what the call to action is? Book a call with our team. We've helped so many people grow their businesses that at this point, if you haven't already booked a call with our team, I've had people saying, Trey, I followed you on YouTube for like a year, and I finally booked a call. Literally, the day before yesterday, we had somebody join us that said that. So I've been following you for a year, and I hadn't booked a call. Finally booked it. I had no idea like how good the operation is, how clean this offer is, and how excited I am to be a part of it. Most people assume that, like the best content they're gonna get is on YouTube. If you're liking this stuff and you want us to implement it for you, tangibly and untangibly, like, in your own head and in your business, book your meeting with us. We're just gonna ask you some questions and figure out if it makes sense for us to help you. And if it doesn't make sense for us to help you, don't worry. We do not pressure people into making decisions when it's not a good fit. It's just not how we roll. It's a short-term play. A lot of people will do that, and it's really stupid. So expect honesty and transparency from us, and we expect the same from you. And if it makes sense, join us. Let us help you. Because until you get the right help at the right time with the right people, you're going to continue to have the same perspective and the same ideas that you have now. And if you keep doing things the same way you've done them, more than likely, you're going to continue to stay where you're at. And this is just one of the hard realities of entrepreneurship and life and business in general, is one way of doing things creates one type of outcome. So if you're stuck, or you just are ready to scale, ready to take that next jump, whether you're a total beginner or somebody who's already rocking it, book a call with us and we want to help you. If that sounds good, link is below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.